What is up, YouTube? This is your guy Christopher Watson again. As you can see, I am doing another review of the Carspotting show on the Discovery Channel. I didn't realize I was actually a week behind whenever I released that review. But anyway, today we are going to actually talk about Carspotting Season 1, Episode 2, and how the show is, what build they do, what cars they sell, and just give you my opinion and if it's worth watching. Okay, so in episode 2, Carlos and his gang actually spot basically a few acre like yard that's full of dead cars, pretty cool dead cars, like a Model T, old muscle cars, and the truck that is actually the restoration build for today, or not for today, the restoration build for this episode is actually a 1957 GMC Pickup. It looks like it's a decent truck, but once they get it back to the shop, it's actually more rusted and beat up than they expected. So they end up having to get a new chassis, do a lot of welding on the chassis, do a lot of welding on the body, to make it even worthwhile. Now they do pick it up for pretty cheap. I mean, they bought the truck for $1,500. So I mean, $1,500 for a 1957 GMC is not bad. Now, as far as the history of that truck actually comes with the truck comes with this different options. So a small 6-cylinder, like 235 cubic inch 6-cylinder, to a big 344 cubic inch V8. 344 or 322. So 344 cubic inch V8 or 322 cubic inch V8. Either way, I mean, that's what they come with. There's the options that they come with. In this episode, they don't have a original engine. They actually end up picking up a 383 for a little over $2,200, a little over $2,000, which is a pretty good price. I've actually ridden in a truck with a 383, and they are torquey beasts, so I think they did a pretty good job with it. Like I said, in this show, it's a restoration of old muscle cars, old cars. So in the meantime, they actually flip cars. So in this episode, he actually flips a 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS. The paint it's all original, but the paint is it's pretty stupid. I mean, he used blue flames. Blue flames on a car like this should never happen, ever. So anyway, he ended up buying it for I think $18,500, so $18,500, and then flips it for I think $24,000. So he makes a decent, maybe 24, maybe $2,250. So $2,250 or $24,000. But he made a flip. He made some cash, so that's helpful. Anyway, to get on with the truck, they actually restore the truck back to a pretty nice, not over the top build. Because with restoring cars, sometimes you can go over the top. You can go kind of too wild, and you're not supposed to do that with American muscle cars or muscle trucks. So basically they use a silver paint scheme, chrome everywhere, and like I said, they use a 383, and the car is actually really clean. They end up selling a car for $60,000 to a couple, and the wife or girlfriend actually likes to drive the truck. So I think the build was clean, not over the top, just a classic muscle truck. Now, as far as the episode goes, they make jokes. They seem to be very interesting. The team of builders actually seem like they know what they're doing. The welders know what they're doing, or the guy that welds mostly, he knows what he's doing. The body guy, he seems like he's legit. I mean, he does a lot of like decent patchwork. I say patchwork, but I mean like extra replacing part of the cab to make it look like it's stock. And as far as the chassis goes, they do a lot of good chassis work as well too. So I think the team that he has that helps build the cars is actually pretty good, to be not as old as they, as other builders are. Like I said, Carlos is like 20 something years old. The builders are they're like 30 or 40 years old. So one of the guys looks like he's 50 or 60, but for the most part they're youthful. So they have a youth flavor to restoration of muscle cars, but still trying to keep it kind of classy and classic. So again, I'd probably rate this show probably a 3.5, because Carlos is like friend Nico. He knows his stuff. I mean, he really knows his information about the different cars and trucks that Carlos is buying or flipping and things like that. So he helps them make some good decisions on what to buy or what can come into come as an option on the cars, and what would actually be cool or what would be good when it comes to restoring cars. So far I'm hooked on the show. I think that I think it could be a good show compared to your Gas Monkey Garage, your Misfit Garage, I know it's another show like Detroit something on Discovery Channel, but I think that it'll be a decent show, especially seeing some youth compared to all the other 30, 40, 50 somethings that are doing this. So like I said, my opinion is I think the show is worth watching if you want to see a different approach to the classic muscle car restoration. I'll leave a link in the descriptions down below of like the show. Of course you have to have like cable or whatnot to watch it, but if you can get into it and watch it, you can watch it. And then y'all leave a comment, and if you watched the first show and if you watch the second show as well, what do you think? Do you think that this is worthwhile or worth watching? Or do you think, this is another just dud show? Because it could just be another dud. I don't think so. I think it's actually going to be a really cool show. But anyway, we'll catch y'all on the next episode or next review of Carspotting. And for those of you that have, are looking for MR2 videos are coming. I had some setbacks and they're going to come. You're going to see some updates on them. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. We will catch y'all later. Have a good day.